We ball.
We ball?
We ball, we ride.
We ride, we die?
Hopefully not die, that would suck.
Yeah, it would. Wait, I'm legally obligated. I'm first.
Good shit.
Okay, but then why have I never heard this song before?
Cause it's from a fan game.
Oh, yeah, that makes much more sense.
Yeah, that would do it, right? That would absolutely do it.
Me when fans consistently are able to make products on par with AAA releases. Honestly, quite incredible.
I fucking love this track, it's so good.
It is. It's insane.
Holy fuck, that track of yours is insane.
Oh, come on.
Fucked up and evil.
Honestly, I think that's the most fucked up and evil thing I've heard all week.
The fucking Black Eyed Peas doing the Adam Levine shit in their fucking song lyrics. Is that a fucking Lycan I see? Hello?
Hey, yo.
Holy fuck. That collab of yours is insane. What's up, Drift? What's up, Lycan?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm just standing over here.
Standing over here, finger in the air. With some ladies with my fingers in the air. You know I'm the best, right?
You know what? I think I'm the best.
How the fuck are you, Lycam? Thank you for fucking popping on in. We're doing big game dev shit today.
Alright. So if I want to be honest, I've never actually heard that song. All I know is I'm the best.
Really? I'll have to show it to you after stream.
Yeah.
So I have some stuff to show off today. I may have made a little progress on the game. I might have made all of the weapons and gave them damage formulas. Oopsies.
I have not even gotten to see this yet.
I mean, I made it yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't here for it.
Hell yeah. Well, let's take a moment and go through it. I can talk you through what you're looking at.
Alright.
Yeah, this is the game. What's up?
I'm looking. I see that you are definitely going for the more traditional, just having each one use a different die type steel.
Yeah, so one thing that I'll actually sort by damage, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. One thing that I really don't love about D&D is, like, when you're, like, a level 1 berserker and, like, you leg into someone with an axe and do, like, 1 damage. That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's really stupid. So, a couple of notes I had for myself were, like, if you take a look at clubs heavy and blades heavy, they just do +8 every hit, just 2d8 +8. They do a fuck ton of damage just right out the gate. I mean, at the trade-off that they're heavy, so not only do you have to hold them with both hands, but every attack with it has to be a full strike.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
So not every weapon has to be a full strike then?
They're like a half strike unless otherwise specified.
Interesting. I like it.
Yes, this is the game. Hello, Obsidian Tooth. So for if anyone has any questions about what any of the game terms mean, please ask away, because Drift and I have had the chance to discuss this game at length. So, for example, strikes are a turn. So a half strike takes up half a turn, and a full strike takes up a full turn. And that's kind of the standardized term. Hold on, I need to, like, calibrate my face. Hold on. Here we go. Camera down, look at the screen. There we go. Much better. Yeah. So, there's a couple of oddities here. But I'll get to those in a sec. So the main notes I made for myself is melee weapons have good upper limits, but, like, not nearly as much RNG as the other ones. Whereas, like, ranged weapons have a lot of damage, potentially, but a lot of RNG. You know, it could just be a grazing shot, or, you know, miss a vital, or something like that. And then, you know, I just kind of had notes on each loose category of weapons as to how much RNG I wanted with them. And then there's all sorts of properties. But you can see I have these 3 columns grayed out. Let me just kind of lighten that up a bit. So here, and this is something that I set up for the sake of balancing, is basically how much damage can it do at minimum, how much damage can it do at maximum, and what does an average roll with this weapon look like. And then the simple column is just a true or false for can basically every class use this weapon type. Yes, pretty much.
So anyone can use a club, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you just hit someone with it. Doesn't mean they're gonna be good at using it, but they can.
I can't wait to be the club-wielding conduit of my dreams.
Funny you should say that. Hold on. Let's go down to conduit, because I've actually added a couple of new skills So Conduit now has Nature's Guidance, which is when this character is wielding or commanding a weapon that is made of wood, bone, flesh, or other organic materials. The weapon strikes may be made using the Instinct bonus instead of the weapon's usual main stat. So you can just be swinging a tree trunk.
Wait.
And yes, they get proficiency with heavy clubs.
I wasn't ready for that, actually.
So, fuck it, we ride. Yeah, so this is more or less just kind of how I balance things. Is I go, does this do enough damage to make up for like the trade-offs? Like honestly, I might just do like plus 10 instead of plus 8 and set that to 18 because I think the fact that you were sacrificing a full turn should be a huge deal. And you're already rolling to hit with it. And then with this, I could just give it like a plus 5. And then bump that up to 7 and 29. And then the median goes up to 17.
Oh,
Just
I did not realize how high heavy firearms could hit.
I mean, if you get shot with a sniper rifle, you're taking 2d12.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying, especially if that sniper rifle takes a full turn to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it would hurt more than a club. Huh.
Well, heavy clubs, do more on average, but the sniper rifle has a higher upper limit if you're lucky. Because if you see the average damage from the club is about 1 higher.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because firearms can hit from 8 tiles away. Like, frankly, maybe I ought to lower it. We'll see.
We'll have to see.
You know what? I ought to lower it. I'm just gonna do that real quick. Boom. There we go.
Yeah.
But there's all sorts of fun uses a sniper rifle as a club. Fuck yeah. So, okay, weapon categories. We've got numbers. Coffee, you're welcome to join as well if you want to keep me company while I do game dev shit. We got barehanded. We got all sorts of blades. We got heavy, light, medium. With clubs, we got heavy and light. I don't really think there's much of an in-between. You know, light clubs is everything from a baseball bat to kali sticks. As long as it's bludgeoning, I don't care.
So would tonfas count as a club?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that now.
And if I was DMing, I would say, like, tonfas, you could probably just say do bludgeoning or piercing. Give it a little spice.
Yeah, it's just, do you have spikes on your tonfas? Or not?
Now we get into command weapons. These ones are a little weird, smiles. So, command weapons are not necessarily a weapon you wield, but something that you use in combat that you issue commands to have it fight for you. This could be a robot that you're like typing programming script into a little console on your hand. This could be an animal that you're shouting orders at. You know, it could be like a zombie that you're doing necromancy shit to, or it could be like a golem that you've made. So, giving an order, giving a command would count as the action that you take. And hydrating appears to be expected of me right now, so hold on.
That's an interesting command.
Yeah. Okay, posture check. Okay. That shit is in, though. It is in.
Alright, I needed to know.
I'll stretch. And then we have command swarm, which is for stuff like swarm of bees or locusts that you've tamed or are friendly with. Or just like, I don't know, maybe you have nanomachines for some reason. Why not? So,
I love.
yeah. So command weapons use your charisma stat. And command weapons have a couple of unique properties, namely March, which is how many tiles they can travel in a single order. And then Body is how much health they have.
Oh, so that's what buff is.
Yep, so you will have to get in there and heal them one way or another. How exactly that works, I think, can depend on the context of, like, if it's a golem, I don't know, just use an earth spell on it to heal it for that. But, you know, if it's an animal, just normal healing spells should work. I'll write specifics about that down the line. And then in the case of scatter, that means that basically start this off as one thing that we would represent on like a game mat by like 3 coins stacked on top of each other. And at any point you can have that one body scatter. And then the X is just per amount of like stacks of this creature that exists on top of itself. So its body is 15 per stack and goes up to like a total of 45. Well, maybe I should set it to like, I don't know, 12 or 10. But yeah, this is like a divide and conquer AoE one. And then there's probably ways to like replenish it when destroyed. Firearms are firearms. Flails are fun. Oh, I should talk about follow-up. Follow-up is if you attack with this weapon 2 times in one turn, the second hit does this much extra damage. Then we have natural weapons, which is claws, fangs, horns, finger blades, talons, beak, whatever.
I can't wait to bite my enemies to death.
Oh yeah, you totally can. Pole arms, just all spears. You can throw them. They have reach. They're good. And then we have ring braces, which is another kind of command weapon that has infinite health, but no movement. And you can just use that as like a meat shield to guard. So 1x. So guard is basically, it improves your armor class when people are attacking in a direction against it.
So wait. I had a point and I forgot what I was gonna say.
Go for it.
No, like I actually forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, so guard is basically just an AC buff by using this. And the 1x is just per stack of scatter, which is up to 3.
I do like the idea of just bludgeoning someone with a shield.
Oh, yeah. This is totally just for punching someone with a shield.
Like, honestly, I'm surprised more games don't let you punch people with shields.
Yeah, big agree. Coffee, yes we have. We have addressed my 4 ears. 2 of them are ears and 2 of them are handles.
Wait, I've never acknowledged this.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Trying to wiggle both sets of ears at once. It's difficult.
Yeah,
I'm wiggling!
The real question is, which one is the real ears? Nobody will ever know.
That's some deep lore right there. And then the last category of weapons that we added is the war wires, which is anything on a rope. A chain, a whip, a cable, a whip sword, a yo-yo, whatever. Hell yeah. The only thing that really separates them from flails is the length of the string, really. But this is the one wit weapon that academics use, so we can sort by stats. So generally, dexterity is going to be for light blades and ranged weapons. Charisma is going to be for command weapons. Power is going to be for most blades and clubs. And then stance is going to be for anything fists or fist adjacent or just really hard to use. And then wit. As for the main uses for wit and... Let me show you that. Character parameters. Boom. Wit is used in light, dark, raid, and rot magic pretty consistently. And instinct is used in like the natural elements. And then I've kind of reworked what is important for who. Hello, Sonora! I'm going through some of the changes I made off screen to my game. And we're gonna work on some more.
I kept reading instinct as insect, and I was like, why is insect a stat?
Insect, how buggy are you? Me when I'm buggy.
This is me when I'm bugging.
I will never be bugging. Not once, not
Rocco
ever.
bugging.
So there's a couple of things we can work on right now. One thing is I need to, like, finish reworking Locksmith and Ringmaster to, like, actually be specific. Oh my god, what the fuck? Sonora, what the hell is going on? Thank you for the fucking continuous support. It fucking blows my mind, dude. This shit makes my brain melt. Liquid running out of my ears. Let it be known. Go show some Nora some love, please. Nani indeed. That's how I'm fucking feeling every time shit happens, I tell you. So there's a couple of things I can do. I can basically decide who gets what proficiencies now that we actually have the weapon types. I have not figured out the trend yet. It's shower sub time. Is that how it works? Holy shit. Me when I'm not a stinky gamer, actually. There's something I forgot to give to Vanguards. Hold on. What the fuck? Sonora, what the hell? Oh my god. Thank you. I don't know what else to say other than thank you. I mean, shit. Oh my god, dude. Okay, here we go. What do I want to call this skill? Unbending blade. There we go. Able to wield weapons with the two-handed property with one hand.
Wait.
They need the shield in their other hand, Drift. So, okay, allow me to, like, remind you, this isn't horrendous or terrifying. So, if we were to look at the two-handed things, it is basically pole arms and heavy weapons. And heavy weapons, even if they, like, pick those up, take a full strike to use. I'm just giving them the option to have a big fucking sword, because why would you want to be a guy with a big fucking shield if you can't be a guy who also has a big fucking sword?
So, I know that, like, you couldn't swing both in one turn, but is there anything that would prevent you from having two big swords?
No. I mean, no, not at all. There could probably be, like, spells that make it so you could, like, swing both.
It's just haste. It lets you swing a heavy weapon twice.
Oh my god. Or, like, some anti-gravity spell.
Oh yeah, I could see that being, like, a dark thing, but...
I could absolutely see that being a dark spell. Actually... Let's make it like a dark 2.
Yeah, that sounds about fair.
A dark 2 free strike. And What do I want to call it? Let's call it... No, not zero
Anti-gravity
gravity.
blade.
I know, I was like typing anti-gravity blade, but I was like, fuck, that's like just saying what it is. I know that Tag is like super good at like naming attacks, so I'm totally gonna ask him for help with this later. There's a couple where I'm like, oh yeah.
Alright. What about weightless strike?
Ooh. Weightless strike. Idea? Moon cleaver.
I do like it.
I like it! I kinda
like
like it. Because it's like you're on the moon and there's no gravity.
I do feel like the name could be a little misleading.
Mooncleave?
And because in the back of my head, when I hear Mooncleaver, I imagine shooting a giant beam out of your sword.
That's true. It's like some, like, Getsuga Tensho shit from Bleach.
I've never watched Bleach.
Oh, you would love it. It's like, okay. Like, I'm gonna say this as, like, a Bleach fan. Like, I was on, like, a Minecraft roleplay server for Bleach in middle school. That's how you know I liked it, right?
Yo.
It's, like, edgy and stupid at times, and sometimes the writing is dumb and formulaic, and yet it's some of the most badass shit ever penned. There's god-tier character designs, and the soundtrack is S-tier.
Yeah, the one thing I've heard about Bleach is it's pretty much like, it's so bad it's amazing type deal.
Yeah, so like the thing about the author is he's like a godlike character designer. And like every arc will introduce like another like 30 characters, and then there's just not nearly enough screen time for the main cast to be like actual people with like consistent levels of depth. But holy crap, there's a lot of really awesome side characters who like, oh my god, every arc he'll just release like a villain group and it'll be like, these are 26 guys with the exact same uniform, but they've all modified it slightly to like fit their style and somehow come out looking completely different. Bleach is absolutely every edgy kid's awakening.
I will be honest, the only parts of Bleach I've ever seen was a few, like, snippets of it from when I would stay up a little too late in middle school. On Adult Swim.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a name for, like, you make your weapon weigh less.
I like the idea of just calling it 0G.
Weightless wielding.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah. Alliteration, my beloved.
You can never go wrong with alliteration, to be fair.
The caster uses dark magics to pull gravity away from their weapon, making it weightless in their hands. Any weapons with the heavy property let me rephrase that. The effects of the heavy property, the heavy weapon property, are negated for the rest of this turn.
Now I'm getting this idea where, like, now Vanguard has a whole another option of, yeah, sure, I could have a shield. Or it could be the
You know
big,
what?
bulky
I think this might
berserker.
need to be Dark 3, actually. Like, I'm not gonna lie,
Considering how good,
heavy
how
clubs
good it
are?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah!
Wait, what happened?
I sorted by the wrong parameter.
Oh no.
It looked very pretty, though. Rainbow. Look at all the elements. It's beautiful.
We've done it. We finally have
You
The
wanna...
gay spell list.
Urchin's Fall Pride flag. Oh my god, this is awesome. Urchin's Fall Pride flag. Hold on, let me, like, remove the little lines from inside it. And just get a screenshot of that. And just put that in the Discord. Fucking beautiful.
You see, there are no mistakes.
Urchin,
Only
yeah.
happy accidents.
This is beautiful. Oh my god. Behold, the Urchin's Fall Pride flag. It's beautiful. See, the green represents air. The gray represents darkness. The brownish orange represents earth. The washed out orange represents fire. A lot of thought has gone into it, as you can tell. I'm gonna undo that, and boom.
But yeah, I do really love the idea of just completely opening up a class that like looks very standard on the front.
Yeah, I like the idea of adding a couple of spells that interact with specific weapon types, now that we actually have, like, weapon types.
Yeah, it's a little hard to do that without having weapon types. Huh?
I know, right? Which actually brings me to some other additions. There's new spells.
Actually, I don't think I've even seen these.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've seen, like, very many of the raid spells, actually.
Hello, Para. Tornado sirens. Oh my god, I'm glad that you're safe. But yeah, fuck waking up and having to, like, get out of the way or some shit. Like, if I'm out, I'm out, you know? I'm glad to have you here with us, though. I hope you were able to get some good rest after that, at least. I'm just working on my game with Brift. Brift into badness.
Rocco, I'm having these thoughts popping in my head, because I'm imagining, like, this raid, or sorry, not raid, this Rot Dark Vanguard, who's completely forsaken his allies to just become a fucking berserker on the battlefield.
Oh yeah, Rot Dark is like fucking like Dark Knight. Weightless, like, regen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's so sick.
Oh, absolutely. Still tired as fuck. Oh shit. I might want to add, like, some earth skills that would play nice with Vanguard also. Or something like that. Like, maybe adding barriers or something with it. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, in my head, Earth makes sense to be very barrier-focused and defensive.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I know that we've already discovered water is, like, a lot of synergy.
Water's on some crazy shit. What's up, Void Max?
Hey, yo.
Water is absolutely on some crazy shit. Have you seen the water spells yet, Drift?
I've definitely seen some of them. Like, I recognize Surface Skimmer, I recognize Sinkhole.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Rain of Pain yet.
It's just like an AoE attack.
Yeah.
The main thing from water is pretty much any water attack or the field effects you can create with Sinkhole will apply a target with either soaked or submerged. And then you can use Siphon to remove all of those stacks from people to restore your spell slots.
Yummy spell slots.
Oh, absolutely.
I definitely see like a lot of waterbender energy in this.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it necessarily synergizes super well with any class, but it has really good, like, offensive uptime regardless of who you are. Honestly, all you need is a high instinct stat, and you'd be, like, doing kind of ridiculous shit with this.
Yeah, that makes sense for water in my head.
Which would play nice with, like, a conduit. Because they have +3 instinct.
I like the idea of a fire water conduit who's just like soaking people, then sucking out the water and then lighting
spamming
fire.
AoE. There's actually a fire water synergy spell with Boiling Point. Concentrates heat around the moisture on the surface of the target, boiling them from the outside. All targets within the effect of the spell who are soaked or submerged have their status removed and take X fire damage. This spell will boil any shallow water in its range, removing it from the terrain.
Ugh. Yeah, that sounds awesome. And I know, like, the combo you get from fire and water is supposed to be, like, ice magic, too.
Yeah, because you use fire magic to pull heat away from the water.
Ugh. It's so exciting, honestly.
It's pretty sick. But yeah, we can, like, start adding flavor text and damage numbers to these, as well as kind of going over the kit and seeing what the options are for each class. And then once that's done, I can do, like a closed release of this to people I know. And then once we get, like, a couple of rounds of playtesting, I'll probably get ready for, like, a public release.
Ugh. Honestly, that's so exciting. I know that I've been very excited for this.
I'm more excited than any of the motherfuckers here. I tell you what, I cannot wait to put this game in people's hands. I just don't know what to work on right now. I'm, like, so overwhelmed.
I think damage releaser spells would probably be a good thing at this point, yeah?
Damage spells? Yeah.
Yeah.
On hit. So this is a range of 1. So let's take a look at unranged attacks, and let's sort by median attack. So we've got natural weapons, which is a d12 plus 2. We've got d8 plus 4. 5, 12. Okay. So, that's kind of the thing about melee attacks, is they have, like, a good base value. And I think that I want the median value of this to be more than 8.5. I can just... Hold on. What if I just did this? Hold up. Insert a row... No. Insert a column to the right is where I want that bad boy. Railgun. In the case of Railgun, I leave that up to player contextualization. I'm just saying, like, heavy firearms, just broadly speaking, I'm lumping into one category, and they do D12 plus 4 piercing with a range of 8. Way down the line, I'm sure that I will try to add some sort of way to upgrade weapons or enchant weapons, just so you can do cooler shit with it. But also, if you're a post-merc, your class action is the ability to fire melee spells out of a gun, and just slap that on a bullet. So, you could just have, like, an ice rail gun.
God, I love the idea of a squad of post-mercs with guns.
There is a guild of post-mercs in Kiamo, and they, like, just train in the mountains.
But do they have guns?
Oh yeah, they have guns. That's like the main thing they use is guns. Guns are so effective. They're like, absolutely. Right. So getting back to what I was talking about. I cast sleep railgun fires. I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's just an extended sleep.
Yeah. Oh. I cast sleep, you know, sniper, just their head explodes. So, okay, so, like, I want the average damage to definitely be more than what, like, a polearm does. Of probably average damage be around 10 or so, 10, 12 for, like, a standard melee, what, one slot half strike? Some shit like that.
That sounds good.
Yeah, let me just... Let's do damage. Then we're going to do range. And we are going to do... Add one to the right. Midpoint. And then... I am just going to hit him with that. And then... Probably just make it like a different color. Like that.
This cat just burst into my room.
Yeah.
I don't know where he went.
That's fucked up.
It's crazy.
Okay, so voices carry. Select any amount of allied or hostile units within range. Carry a gentle sound along the wind to all selected targets. This must be a sound that your character can create with their voice or the tools they have on hand. I'm gonna say items they have on hand. Underdraft does X damage. We're gonna start with Wind Cutter. So first and foremost, I'm thinking probably like 2d6 plus 3. So the range there would be 5 to 15. No, it's gonna convert that to a date because I didn't put a space between it. 5 to 15. Boom.
I love the date 515.
It's like, it's definitely pleasing to look at. Hold on, I'm just gonna center this so it doesn't like drive me insane. Because it will. Let's just shrink that bad boy.
Just to clarify things in case you look at this later, you might just want to like put D range, because you do have the range value on the left.
Oh, yeah. Derange! I'm deranged!
That's me. D range.
Gold D Roger. So the midpoint's like 10 or whatever. Center that shit. Bam.
Okay, for a second I thought I was going crazy because I was hearing FF14 music.
That's because you are.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I am going crazy, you're right.
I'd say about like 10 average wind damage from a half strike is fine. Maybe I could make it like a little more, maybe like 2d8 plus 3? Maybe that's too much.
Well, like if we're looking at Wind Cutter, right?
Mm-hmm. Because this is basically going to be the standard for like the rest of the game is what we're defining here.
Yeah. Because like if this is something that can be cast twice in a turn, how much damage are you okay with someone casting with like a super basic combo?
So, I mean, they'd be able to cast it 2 times, right?
Yeah.
So they'd be able to do like 30 damage, which is a bit more than the heavy weapons, right? But in this case, you're consuming a resource, so it should do more. So I think 2d6 plus 3 is actually like a really good starting point.
Yeah, and if you wanted to buff it a little, just be like +4.
2d6 plus 3. wind, or weapon damage. Oh yeah, it does some additional damage if performed after a normal weapon strike. Does an additional... How much damage should I have it do? Let's just say like 1d4. Keep it nice and controlled. Nothing too crazy. And I'm not counting follow-up effects in damage range or midpoint at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I think as long as it's equal to like what a follow-up effect would be, it should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Which, in the case of weapons, I cast Fireball. Click, moon starts turning. That's why they call it Urchin's Fall, because you blow that motherfucker up.
Dang.
Let's take a look at follow-up. In the case of, like, flails, which do 8.5, that's 1d4 and follow-up. And it's the things with the lower damage that get much larger follow-up. We could do something like that and, like, lower the damage and just give it more follow-up. But...
You could actually just have it add your weapons follow-up to it. Correctly. So, like, if you're using a weaker weapon, you can get a much bigger follow-up on your air cutter, which benefits having a lighter weapon on your
That's true.
When built.
What's up, Otis? I'm just working on my game. You know what? Let's do that. If the caster is using a weapon with the follow-up property, this spell will activate follow-up damage when used after a normal attack. A normal weapon attack. There we go. We'll activate that weapon's follow-up damage. Weapons follow-up damage. Also, Invisalign check. That shit is in. It's in. Don't tell anyone, but it's in. I could add, like, some flavor text, or I could just have it say the rules, and I'm, like, honestly not sure which to do. I'll just say, let's see, select a unit to strike with a blade of wind. Wind or... Is it cutting damage or slashing damage? Slashing. I'd rather call it cutting, TBH, but I'll just change it.
I mean, then call it cutting.
I should put the damage in parentheses also, so people know where it begins.
I do want you to know, every time we bring up Wind Cutter, in the back of my head, all I hear is Windblade!
Windblade! Pew, pew, pew! Yeah.
I played too much Symphonia for my own good.
Oh, word. Tiger Fang!
Look, dude, I hear it in Kratos' voice too. It's so bad. Oh my god.
Windjet. Select a unit to target. Roll to attack against the face direction. Here we go. Make a wit roll to attack against the face direction. On hit, deal... Wait, it's not wit, it's instinct. I'm a fool. It's instinct. Make an instinct roll, parentheses, INS. To attack against the face direction. On hit, deal how much? Let's take a look at ranged weapons, because this has a range of 4. Which is about as much as... Boop, 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 boop. Maybe I should make the range a little bit longer, make it like 6. Some kind of wind-earth synergy that you can blow shards of glass terrain at fools like that one planet that rains sideways with glass. You can do that with light. Light magic leaves this, like, crystal residue, which totally isn't a Final Fantasy reference or anything. But you can create like crystal spikes with light magic, and you can force tiles onto that to impale them.
Funnily enough, I feel like light magic is the one I understand the least out of like everything we have so far.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely something that could be added to it. But, I mean, the main thing is that this is like a kind of dedicated utility healer one.
Yeah.
I think that there's probably like one spell that it's missing that would just beautifully bring everything together. Kind of like what Siphon did for water, what Mithridatic Veins did for rot, what is it? I think Salt Blast. What Salt Blast did for Earth.
Yeah. I feel like what it might be missing is like a chain heal effect.
It has AoE healing.
Yeah, I think it's just like it's missing like its combo effect, you know?
The main thing it can do is it can dump multiple spell slots into Mend in order to make it like way stronger. Okay. Make a low strike. Parentheses INS. People who have read the rules are gonna know INS is instinct, right?
Do you have it written next to instinct on the rule page?
You tell me.
Then yeah, I feel like you should know them.
Cool. And it's also going to be abbreviated on the character sheet. Okay. Make a directional strike. Make a directional strike against a target, blasting them with a bullet of wind. On hit, deal X value wind damage. When dealing a critical hit, applies knockback. Applies knockback 1. This spell gains a knockback property, displacing the target by 1 tile. There we go, a little bonus thing to make it more interesting. So, okay, so we have a range of 4. And this is the 1/2 slot, so this is going to be the standard here. Let's say 1d4 times, so 1d4 3 times, so like 3d4. Okay. Also like d12 plus anything. Yeah, I could probably just do a d12 plus 2 as like standard ranged attack. Have it be roughly equivalent to like a melee attack, you think? 1d12 plus 3, average of 9.5 damage.
Man, that doesn't sound bad.
That's like a pretty similar amount of damage to this though. So maybe I should do like 2d6 plus. Let's do like 5. And just crank that bad boy from like 7 to 17. And then that sets the midpoint to about 12, I think.
Yeah, I do think that if you're expending spell slots, it should do a little more.
I think so too, yeah. So in the case of this, this having about, you know, just under 10 average damage from a range.
Yeah, because right now it's just you shoot a wind bolt or whatever, wind jet, and if you crit, then you knock back, but it's only when you crit. So otherwise, I think it should just do more damage than like. It should at least do more damage than a small firearm.
Than the small firearm. The small firearm has a bit more range too, which is 1d10 plus 1. But that also has follow-up of 1d6.
So why not just give it the follow-up innately? And then that's just the damage of wind jet, since you're going to be in closer anyways.
You think, like, bake a follow-up into the spell?
That doesn't sound like a bad idea to me.
So air would just be very, like, air's identity would just be very vicious.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense if... Because in my head, wind generally correlates to speed. Definitely not because of Final Fantasy, not at all.
Let's see.
Because
6.5 average damage is way too fucking low, though.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It should be doing more than that. Because if you're expending a spell slot, I would expect somewhere around, like...
I'm thinking around 8.5. Yeah, 8.5, 9.5. So I'm thinking... because any ranged attacks just kind of inherently have more RNG with them, because you can miss and do grazing shots. So I'm fine with like 1d12 plus like 3, I would say.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Let's do it. 1d12 plus 3. Cool. So that is a damage range of 4 to 15. With 9.5 right there in the middle. Good shit. I'm satisfied with that. So those are kind of our baselines for what a 1-cost half slot is going to be valued at.
Yeah. Essentially more than what the weapon equivalent would be. But not much higher.
I mean, if the target is, like, weak to wind or something like that.
Are we going to be having elemental weaknesses?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Who the hell makes a crazy element system and then doesn't have elemental weaknesses?
Okay, better question.
Yeah.
Are players going to have elemental weaknesses?
I don't know yet. I think that would have to come down to playtesting and house rules. Like, I'm totally fine with someone having their weakness be the opposite of what they started with.
Yeah. That makes sense with me.
Yes. Select an allied unit to uplift with a surging gust of wind at their back. Rotate that unit 90 degrees in either direction. An additional spell slot can be spent to rotate another 90 degrees. Additionally, another extra spell slot can be consumed to cast to target an enemy unit with this spell. That doesn't require any damage. Updraft. Select an ally to target, remove prone and soaked from this target. I'm going to make that a free action. I don't think that's worth half a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flash Step being an Air 2 free, I'm fine with. As well as
Teleport
Fleet.
behind you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Flash Step is teleports behind you, nothing personal, kid.
Oh god, I just thought of the Dark Vanguard with Flash Step.
Whoa, bam! Or alternatively,
Dark Wind would be awesome.
you can do a Dark Wind Conduit. Because conduits get instinct bonus when wielding anything made of wood or bone.
Oh, true.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
This is me when I have a giant bone stick.
Yeah,
It's just
there's so many fun combinations that can be done here. Like post-merc, just having just a range of 6 on Wind Cutter.
I like to imagine just like some guy who thinks that like this big rock they found is like a dragon's tooth or something.
Yeah.
I don't even know if dragons exist in this universe, but I like to think that they think it's a dragon's tooth
Why not?
anyways.
If people want dragons, I'll give them dragons. You know what I'm gonna do real quick, Drift?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run to the restroom. Can I ask you to keep watch for me?
Can you ask me to be funny? Got it.
You don't have to do that. Just, I don't know. Don't let things explode. I will be back in like a minute.
It's okay. I'll scream for coffee if needed. Oh,
That's
goodbye.
a good idea.
So anyways, that's SMT4 music. Go kind of hard.
I'm back. Me when I'm back.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. I'm gaming. Game designing, one might say. I'm gonna turn on dark mode. Hold on. Too dark. Much better. There we go.
Let's freaking go.
Dark mode.
Dark mode. I kind of haven't even acknowledged that we weren't on dark mode this entire time.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like dark mode's really built into spreadsheets.
Yeah.
See. Select an allied unit to uplift with a surging gust of wind at their back. Rotate that, select an allied target, remove prone and soak. That's fine. Flash step. So, okay. Flash Step plus weightless wielding is huge, but also you would burn so many spell slots. Holy crap. I might decrease weightless wielding to a Dark 2.
I do think Dark 2 is probably about perfect for it.
I think so too, yeah.
You were saying there was going to be an upper cap on how many spell slots you could have of a type, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll play around with that. But I was thinking with, like, maximum character upgrades, the most you could have is 5.
Yeah,
of an
that's
element.
about what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. But you start with 3 of one element. So, Flash Step, Fleetfoot, regardless of enemy, Extend caster's movement by 3 tiles for 1 turn. I like that, I'm fine with that. Hurricane Palm. Air 2 and it's a full strike. Target an adjacent enemy. Here we go, okay. Make a... What would Hurricane Palm be? I guess Instinct. Make an Instinct Directional Strike. Against an adjacent enemy. If successful, make a directional strike against an adjacent enemy to strike them at point blank with a pulse of wind to their body. I'm gonna say to strike their body at point blank. To strike their body. I could make it like instinct or stance. Whichever one's better for you.
Yeah, I think that would make sense.
I think that's like a thing I'll mess with later though, if like build diversity isn't high enough.
Cause like I'm thinking like I'm looking at a Star Chaser, and this spell very clearly screams Star Chaser in my head.
Hurricane Palm?
Yeah.
You gotta
So, like,
push someone into the wall.
I would say whatever they excel in, it should be good at for them. You know.
So, there's something we have to address here. This is an Air 2 full strike, which means that it's gonna do, like 4 times that.
Yeah.
Which is huge. So, on hit... Here we go. Wait, I fucked up. Hurricane Palm. Target it and an adjacent... Hold on. Make an instinct. Direct... Don't unbold. Don't unbold! What the fuck? Hello? Control B. Bold? Hello? Okay, now it's working.
Wait.
Make an instinct directional strike against an adjacent enemy, blasting their body point blank with a pulse of wind. If successful, deal... How much damage do we want this thing to do?
I think it should do multiple hits.
You think Hurricane Palm should?
I think it should do 3 to 4 hits. I don't know how high the die should be though.
8d6 seems like wrong, right?
Yeah, that's like...
But that's like if
Hellish Rebuke levels.
Yeah,
strong.
but that's the thing though, is if we quadrupled Wind Cutter, it would do that much. So maybe we shouldn't.
So I'm thinking 66, maybe, or even 8d4.
8d4.
Because it would be pretty consistent damage, but each die is small. That'd max out at 24 base.
If successful,
Like 1 to
deal
24?
8d4 wind damage. Yeah, so that's a damage range of like 8 to 32.
Yeah. I was doing math wrong in my head. But yeah, I think that makes sense.
8d4.
Because you're going to be getting a bare minimum much higher than the other spells. I'd possibly even consider 64 if you think this is too strong.
We'll playtest it out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, the midpoint is going to be around, what, like 20? Which is pretty good for a full strike 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you take a look at a full strike weapon, they average about 18. You know, 16 if ranged, 18 when it's full strike. But this
So
is
about as
a
strong as a heavy
2-slot
weapon.
full strike.
Yeah, this is a 2-slot full. So yeah, I think that adds up.
Maybe make it like 6d6.
66.
Yeah,
That
and then it's a
doesn't
range
seem
from
up
6
there.
to 36.
Yeah, I think I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like the idea of this being just... It blasts them with wind.
Mm-hmm. Regardless of roll outcome, the target is knocked back 3 tiles. If this would cause the target. I'll just have rules elsewhere for taking damage from knockback.
Well, I just had the dumbest panic attack for a second.
Really?
I thought I scheduled an appointment at the DMV for the same day as my doctor's appointment, but no, that was just my DMV appointment.
Oh.
And I was like, wait, because the word appointment scared me.
Yeah.
So,
a Dark 3 full strike single target's gonna be insane.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. I fucks with it then. All targets within the spell must make a DV 17 instinct reaction roll. So let's
And
see.
I mean, when you think about it in the form of someone can only use Hurricane Palm twice before needing the channel, right? Or needing to use it again.
Well, I mean, on a character starting out, it would only leave you with 1 air slot. And if you're using a postmerc to fire that as a projectile, that takes all 3. Because they can convert things to a ranged at the cost of 1 extra slot.
Yeah. So I think it winds up adding up, especially if we do go with the 5 for max, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, that sounds right. Because my initial thought was, it might be strong, but then I had to take into account how many times can you use that before channeling.
Let's see. Vortex is an air 3, 3x3 full strike. And it's ranged. Perhaps it should do maybe a similar amount of damage to Hurricane Palm when successful.
I think it should do a little less per target, but average.
Yeah,
like
I mean, how
higher.
many situations are you gonna be able to get 9 dudes in there though? Like at best, you'll
Yeah.
probably get 2 or 3. So,
Like I'm thinking like an average of like 24 to 28.
I was
target.
thinking a
Maybe more
little like around or lower than Hurricane Palm.
Yeah, I think the main thing is it shouldn't do more on 1, but it should do more on like 2, 3.
Let's do like 2d10 plus 2. Something like that. And if the target succeeds, the target takes half that. So they take 1d10 plus 1 wind damage. Oh my god, I hit escape instead of enter. Everything I wrote is lost.
It's all gone.
I hate this fucking program sometimes. What was it? 2D? Yeah, okay.
2D.
All targets within this spell are trapped within a swirling vortex and must make a DV17 instinct reaction roll. If this is... Each target that fails this roll takes 2d10 plus 2 wind damage. Each target that succeeds this roll. Each target that succeeds takes 1d10 plus 1.
I might even go as far as to tweak it and have it be 2d10 plus 4 and 1d10 plus 2.
You think
Just
so?
a small... Yeah,
just,
I think
just because it's so expensive. Yeah, I think
it
you're
is
right.
so expensive.
It's so expensive. I think you're right. Okay. So the damage range, assuming it, hits, is...
Assuming that hits one target and then fails the other, that's 36, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
If, you max roll.
Yup. With a midpoint right at 15. Which I would say is pretty good. I would say that is pretty damn good for an AoE that can hit up to 9 targets.
Are you ever going to hit 9 targets? Probably not.
I mean, if your party is doing, crazy knockback shit, yeah.
Okay, true. Now I have this idea of just, a party
Also,
of
you can do
Earth
Gravity Well into Vortex also, because Gravity Well pulls enemies in.
I'm imagining, a bunch of, air and earth mages, just, or the earth mages set up, a wall, right?
Yeah.
And then everyone gets knocked back into the wall and vortexed. Oh, I love the ideas of synergy in this, honestly.
Right? What's the midpoint for Hurricane Palm? It would be 21.
Yeah. Is it actually 21?
21.
Nice.
Sloppy.
21. 21. I love that shit. Oh,
Sloppy.
yo, Mystery Dungeon, crank that shit.
Crank that.
Crank that shit. Bang, 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 bang. Trade wind, select an ally to protect with a barrier of wind. Any incoming ranged attacks to this target will take a -3 penalty when rolling against this target's scored compass for the next 3 turns. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Maybe I'll change it later. IDK, lol.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay, immovable stance. 0 gravity field. Oh, that one's like an AoE. And that's a dark 1 full strike. So it should probably do about like 10 damage average.
Yeah.
If it's a full strike AoE.
Wait, how much was Wind Cutter doing? Yeah, 10 average sounds right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about 12. Because it's AoE and chance to make things prone. Wait. Never mind, it doesn't even do damage.
Nice.
Heavy feet, pulse sphere. There we go, that's just the ranged attack. So this can basically just be, like a copy of Wind Jet. But do a little bit more damage. Actually, it should do a similar amount. Wind Jet is... because wind is just better at single target. Okay, so we're going to do...
Rocco, is there a spell that does damage but is a free action?
No.
Because I think
if there is, it's like a very, very little amount.
Yeah, I would say it would max hit something like 6, but I think having one spell like that, just to have someone who's constantly chugging spell slots would be fun.
Everyone's constantly chugging spell slots if I'm doing this game properly.
True, but I mean like just eating all 5 of their spell slots and then just channeling immediately.
Yeah. Make a wit directional strike against an enemy. Blasting them with an orb of darkness that disrupts their body. If this attack connects, deal... How much damage we got for it? We got Wind Jet. $1d12 plus 3 dark damage. No extra properties. I think the 9.5 average is like still fine. Like maybe the air one should be like a little bit better. But like this is just like a tool that they have for the fuck of it. And then once again, that's just like a 4 to 15, 9.5 range.
Okay, but does disrupt their body mean anything?
Hey, it just like makes them all wobbly.
This is me when I'm wobbly.
Blasting them with an orb of pulsing darkness that distorts their body and throws off their balance. If this attack connects, it deals 1d12 plus 3 dark damage. Vacuum pull. That's a dark 2 half strike to pull someone towards you with a range of 5. If any walls or other units block this path, deal however much damage. I'll come back to that one. I feel like Vacuum Pull needs a rework. Guaranteed prone infliction seems kind of ridiculous.
What else did it do?
It just pulls the targets, like, towards you. Like, right next to you.
Maybe just have it be low damage. If it's gonna have guaranteed prone. Like, okay, it's a Dark 2. Okay, then have it do about as much damage as, like, a 1-cost spell.
1d8 plus 2 minor dark damage. Just about as much as a weapon strike, like not a shit ton. Remove the heavy property, Gravity Well.
A light weapon strike, gotta remember.
Yes, yeah. God,
this reminds me... I can't remember the name of it, but... Okay, you know what? Unironically, Urchin's Fall video game would be like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, wouldn't it?
Would it?
I feel like it would.
How so?
Just thinking about how like a lot of the spells work. I could see that.
A lot of them are very positional. When I DM, when I run a game for this, I like this is just laziness speaking, but I don't want to bother with having to set up like a little mat and moving everyone's figures. Fuck that. I just want to tell cool stories.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's see, all targets within the spell. I can just do like a little... Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2. Bam. Just because it's a spell that doesn't do damage. Boop, 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 boop. And then bam, 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 bam. Boop, 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 boop. So now we can actually see which spells do some damage. Select any target, friend or foe. Do I have this playlist on shuffle? Oh.
Do you?
No, that was the last song in the playlist, so it changed.
Oh, you don't have loop mode on. That's why it keeps ending the playlist, Rocco.
Is that? Oh my god. Is that why YouTube always ends my playlists?
Yes, you don't have loop mode on. It's right next to the shuffle button.
Oh my god. Fucking game changer. I want to put on head jams. I want a little bit more energy. I've made some new additions to this also. We got some Bug Fables.
I was trying to think where this song was from.
Bug Fables.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'll probably need to, like, increase spell damage. Something that I'm kind of realizing is, like, damage output is, like, pretty high just from the get-go. So enemies are probably going to have, like, larger health pools of close to, like, 100. Even at the start of the game, just, like, trash fodder. Not trash fodder, but, like, a standard enemy or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Dealing with, like, a party of 4, yeah, they're gonna need, like, a couple hundred to survive a few turns. Oh, boy. That's honestly the thing that I'm gonna do when I DM this, is I'm just gonna throw enemies at you, and I'm just gonna, like, make up some bullshit. They'll just pull shit out of their ass until, like, I have a good sense of what makes you guys sweat.
I mean, that sounds like how an average TM works.
Yeah?
At least in my head.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really DM'd before.
I mean, I haven't either, but also I have, like, a bit of a sense for it. I think.
Vacuum pull. 1d8
Because it's
plus.
either you underdo it, or you overdo it, or you improvise.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Is there, like, one that only has one dash in here? Did I, like, fuck up somewhere? Weird. I don't want to listen to that one right now. More Bug Fables.
Was that Toho music?
Maybe.
We love Toho music here.
All targets within this spell must roll a d20 for above plus power. I'm gonna rework that because that's not how attacks work anymore. It's just gonna be a wit strike from below. Gravity well. Regardless of outcome. Let's see. Trade winds. So we're just gonna borrow damage from Hurricane Palm. No, from Vortex. So 2d10 plus 4 wind damage. Because this one is what? Gravity well, yeah, this is 3 and a full. But it's a little bit smaller, but it has, like, crazy knock people down attacks. So, okay. Make a...
I'll be back.
Alright, make a wit low strike. Against all targets in range. Pressing them towards one singular point with a gravitational spell. Each target that is successfully struck takes how much damage we want to do. Maybe I'll have this do a little bit more than Vortex. 2d10 plus 4. What if we did like 3d8? 3d8 plus 4. 3d8 plus 4. A little bit more consistent, yeah? So what's the upper limit on that? 28? 28 feels like a lot on each target. Ooh, I gotta stand up and stretch. Ah. Big etching. Big stretching. I don't know if Drift went AFK, but I am gonna go use the restroom super quick. While I'm gone, enjoy the fan art slideshow. There's so many awesome works that people have made, and I will be back in like a minute. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Much appreciated. I like being able to take bio breaks. Roll to make a low strike wit against all targets in the range of the spell. Each target that this attack is successful against is lifted high. Hold on, let me lower this a little bit. I don't care for that one. Full sphere, make a wit directional strike. Select an enemy unit to cast a gravitational spell on. All targets within the spell. Wit reaction roll. Right now, what? We've been focusing on just, like, damage numbers. So vacuum pull doesn't do that much. Gravity well. (3d8 plus 4). Vortex didn't have any additional effects. It just kind of did damage regardless. Each target that is successfully struck. Let's make it 3d10, and that's it. Yo, what's up, Drift? Hit you. 3 to 30 with a midpoint of not necessarily 15. What would evenly be between there? Because it would be like 17.5, I believe. Yeah.
I got some honey while I was gone.
You got honey?
Yeah, I got some honey from the
Honey.
I have no clue how much honey I should have.
1d10. There we go. Now Gravity Well's really something to fear. Executioner's Blade. The caster channels dark energy into their weapon, multiplying its weight before dropping it on the target. Can only be used to target a unit marked as prone. Always hit deals value dark damage. Oh. I like this. Channels dark energy into their weapon, multiplying its weight before dropping it on the target. Marked as prone. Always hits. Damn, that's loud. Executioner's Blade. I feel like this is gonna play nicely with Vanguard also.
One sec.
Deals the weapon's damage 3 times to the target as dark damage. How overpowered is this? Let's take a look. 18 multiplied by 3. That's almost 60. But they have to be marked as prone. In the case of weapons. Yeah, that would do 2d8 plus 10. Or 6d8 plus 30? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, this is a 3 spell easy. Can only be used to target a unit marked as prone. Deals the caster's weapon damage. Here we go. Roll to deal the caster's weapon damage 3 times, dealing dark damage. Roll to deal the caster's weapon damage 3 times, dealing dark damage to the target. Maybe it should be a full strike if you use, like a heavy weapon. Because it's guaranteed to do at least 30 if you're using a heavy weapon. Using a weapon with the heavy property, will make this spell take a full strike unless the effects of weightless wielding are active. Using a weapon with a heavy property will cause this spell to take a full strike unless the effects of weightless wielding are active. There we go. That's huge. So, oh my god, 6d8 plus 30 is what you're doing. It's like 60-something damage on average. Oh my god. Yeah, the damage range is 36 to 66. Wow. Assuming you're using a heavy weapon, right? Because I'm thinking about how good is this at maximum power. 36 to 66 is a single target 3 cost. I'm fine with. 6d6. 36 to 66 always hits. I mean... My god. Hello, Brift. 2d8. Yeah. Oh my god. Is there like something I'm failing to consider here? Because 8 times 6 is not 36. This is not... Yeah, hold on. 8 times 6 is 48. So... Oh my god, this could do as much as 78 damage in a single turn. Wow. I don't feel like doing math right now. Give me... 78, wait, no. I gotta do equals. Just give me 78 minus 36 over 2. 21. We're gonna add 21 to the 36. So, 21 plus 36. 57. 57 is the midpoint. Assuming you're using a heavy weapon, which would take a full strike. That's crazy. I mean, if you can do group casting or have 5 dark spell slots, absolutely. That's huge. That's massive. But the setup is big for it. You sound funky to me. I'm just gonna go down and just fill each of these. Boop. And I'll just fill them up with actual damage numbers whenever. Funky fresh beats. You know what I could do? I could just do that. I hate when it fucking does that shit though. Don't do that. It's like setting in how big of a task this is gonna be.
Just putting in the values for every spell.
Yes. There's like 90.
Are there really 90? Jeez.
I mean, no, you can subtract, I think 9. So there's 82 spells.
Jeez, I didn't even realize you've made that many already.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's like an average of about 10 per element. And there's 8 elements. So, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Which
that
is
makes sense.
huge. Oop. Bam. I figured this would just be faster than like filling everything in.
Wait, you can do that?
What, just like drag shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do hella shit with Excel. Let's see. Stonefist Spike. The spell can only be cast during the moment of impact after a successful weapon strike or body strike. Oh, here you go, Drift.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, a free strike that is used at the point of impact of a weapon strike, dealing an additional however much earth damage.
I can't wait to just bonk things.
I'm gonna say it deals an additional 1d6. Or maybe like 1d10. Maybe a little too good. Maybe I should just make it like 1d8.
Yeah, I think a d10 is a little too much.
Yeah. 1 to 8. And on average is going to deal 4.5. Which, I mean, you're just slapping that on, you know, like weapon attacks and consuming a spell slot. So I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Let's see, reshape nearby stone into a tool, resupply the ammunition, whatever. Salt blast. Cast your blast crystals of rock salt in front of them. Make a directional strike with instinct. Make a directional strike, instinct, against the target to confirm a hit. If successful, target takes however much damage. If this target has already taken damage, this target takes an additional X damage. So, let's take a look at Windjet. Let's make Earth Blast, because Earth is mostly like a single target one, right? So if successful, target takes, say, like 1d12 plus nada. Not a damn thing. If the target has already taken damage, this target takes an additional 1d8 damage. There's definitely some RNG there. So, damage range, assuming the target is injured, is 2 to 20. Pretty fucking big range there. What does that set the midpoint as? 11?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
11, 10.5, maybe.
Which is a bit more than Windjet, assuming the target is injured and works at a range. I'm happy with that. Maybe it'll be overpowered because it deals double damage to the undead and evil spirits.
I think that's a niche scenario.
Yeah, I think that's cool, though.
Yeah, like, I think it's a niche enough scenario that it's not really overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really overpowered against those enemies.
Create a body height wall of stone, which rises up from beneath the ground. This creates a barricade on each tile within the spell's range. Each separate tile of this barricade has... Let's see how much HP. Let's say 30. Enemies can get it in 1 to 2 hits. Let's say 25 maximum HP. Each separate tile of this barricade has a body of 25. Because I think body can be used to refer to things that are just destroyed at 0, maybe?
Yeah.
We'll just say it has 25 maximum HP. 25 maximum HP and is destroyed at 0. If cast beneath a target, each target must make a DV10 stance reaction roll. If successful, they will stand atop this wall, gaining high ground. If unsuccessful, the target will fall off the wall away from the direction of the caster. Let's say floor flip doesn't really do any damage. Earth doesn't have that many attacking things. It has like a 3 single target strike. And that's a half. So we can take some damage from like Hurricane Palm. So 66. Let's see. Let's take a look at... So you got 8.5. So we probably want to do high 20s. 27-ish. With this single target.
Yeah.
I'll do X because I need to, like, fill that one out, and I skipped it. Crushing Contact. Actually, we can have Crushing Contact be, like, a baseline melee single target. Using a weapon with a heavy property. Lay a palm. 1d12. Ugh, I love staring at numbers and thinking really hard about them. Let's see. Okay, my brain's starting to turn to mush. What else can we work on? Literally fucking anything else right now.
I mean, we could look at just like how what we already have compares to the spells we've made. If you...
Yeah, I can work on the bonuses for locksmith also.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, here we go. Build landmine, half strike, create a landmine terrain hazard on a 1x1 tile. Any damaging spell can be stored. There we go. This unit can store any spell in this landmine. If an enemy steps on this hazard, the landmine will detonate, dealing, and any attacks, any directional attacks will be treated as a low strike and gain a +5 bonus. There we go. Craft a landmine. Create a landmine terrain hazard on a 1x1 tile. This unit can store any spell in this landmine. I should say any of their spells in this landmine. There we go.
Is there a spell that just douses someone in sulfuric acid?
Of course.
Where would that be under? Like water rot?
I think there's just like blast someone with acid. With
acid
rot.
blast.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining you place it down an acid splash landmine, and then all you
wrong.
hear is, "You're wrong.
You're wrong. Oh my god, I'm wrong.
acid.
What's up, Lumino? And also Kojuan. Yes, I'm working on a tabletop game called Urchin's Fall. And we're just like plugging in some damage numbers, doing real nitty-gritty shit.
Wait, Rocco, do you know the meme I'm referencing?
No, what meme?
I'll DM it to you.
Okay.
Let me send it. I recently put it on my soundboard because of how much I love to hate this meme.
Hell yeah. We're gonna make it a half strike. Create a flask. And locksmiths are gonna have to create these on the spot. Use materials to create a landmine terrain hazard on a 1x1 tile. Here we go. Use materials to create a flask that can be thrown, that can store a spell for an indefinite amount of time, can be handed to other characters. This flask can be thrown a distance of up to 4 tiles and will break on impact, releasing the spell of the spell as normal. There we go. Releasing the effects of the spell as normal. And then let's give traits. And do Master locksmith. Able to use a wide variety of materials, such as stones, glasses, and plastics, metals, to create a magical lock that can be used with Urchin's Fall Pride flag that can be used with craft landmine and craft flask. There we go. We're just gonna give them flexibility to work with materials so they can keep that shit on them.
In the back of my head, I feel like conduit's just the opposite of locksmith.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean...
They both give spells to their allies, but in very different ways.
Yeah, because conduit's all about the natural, while locksmith can be unnatural.
Mm-hmm. Which you also see because this one's an instinct class, whereas this one is, like, dex and wit.
Yeah.
Spell shot.
This is me when I have the instinct.
Aiming, survival, intimidation, gossip, informant. What do I want to give to Post-Night to make, or Postmark to make them a little more interesting? I feel like they're missing something.
Well, for their neutral special, they must wield gun.
Yeah, that's true. They definitely wield gun for their neutral special.
I honestly think they should have... I don't know. Because I was about to say they should have something special they can do with their gun, but they already can do that. Even though they aren't all guns, I know.
Conduit, locksmith, postmark, spell shot. We can come back to that. Let's look at weapon categories. What do we want to give to postmarks? And let's sort alphabetically.
I mean, obviously all firearms.
Yes. Okay, so proficiency when it comes to weapons. Weapons. Blades, light. Firearms, light. Firearms, heavy. Firearms, light and heavy. As well as... what else? Spell shot. Like, I'm gonna give them the ability to use, I guess, probably, like, pole arms and light clubs, just so they can.
I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, like, what would a staff be considered? Just like a light club?
Either a light club or, like, a pole arm, depending on how the weight's distributed.
Yeah, I guess, like, a scepter would be a club, while, like, a staff would be more of a pole arm.
I'll give them access to medium blades also, just so they have a little bit more tools in melee range.
That does bring up the question of, can a character use multiple weapons?
Yes. Yeah, you can have one in each hand, unless, you know, the weapon specifies two-handed.
That makes sense to me.
And in the case of any weapons that have follow-up, it's kind of assumed that you're, like, dual-wielding or using both hands for it.
No, postmarks give me some big pirate energy.
Yeah?
I can imagine, like, a band of postmarks who just steal from other postmarks. And they're just completely...
Oh yeah, there's, like, hella thieves that just, like, try to mug them and shit.
Yeah,
Because,
but I
like,
imagine
they're
it's
constantly
specifically-
transporting valuables.
Like, I imagine this is, like, specifically a group that steals from other postmarks to finish the job. And maybe they just, like, take their job so seriously that they want only the best to handle it.
Are there, like, any weapons that I should give them that I haven't? Let's see. They have access to every dexterity weapon. Stance weapons. Barehanded. Flails. Natural weapons. Natural weapon, I think, is just gonna, like, come with,
Everyone, yeah.
I was gonna have it be, like, race-specific, potentially.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
basically anyone who already has one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you have a natural weapon, then
There you go.
you should
Yeah,
be able to use it.
absolutely. Ringmaster. These guys need a rework. Oh, I need to see the armors that they can use. Hold on. Armor. Is medium armor a thing? Is that a thing I specified? It is. Light armor, medium armor. I mean, honestly, are there... I think light and heavy is probably going to be enough, honestly. Locksmith does light armor. Postmerc. I think postmercs should be able to do heavy armor. No. They need to move.
I think they should, but heavy armor should be something that, like, specific postmarks are trained in.
Yeah, well, they could just, like, purchase a specialization in it later with the XP.
Yeah, I mean, if that's something you can get later, I think that, like, light, maybe medium.
Ringmaster. Light armor, heavy armor, command weapons. Here we go, okay. So first and foremost, weapons. Ring brace, command weapons, and that'll be, what, single and swarm, I think? Yeah, single, swarm. And what else can these guys use?
Oh god, I just had the worst thought ever.
What?
A ringmaster who controls a swarm of bees and uses their rings to teleport the bees.
I like that idea. Maybe that'll be something that, like, the class... Because I might have, like, class upgrades where they get, like, a unique class action that, like, improves what they already have to work with. Ring brace, command weapons, clubs.
Like, the two big things I think of is that, but I also think of, like, a ringmaster who is quite literally like a circus ringmaster who has, like, a lion as their ally. Or as their command weapon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like that idea. Pole arms. I'm happy with this. Maybe I'll give them war wire proficiency so someone other than academic has it. Maybe I could give it to locksmith, actually.
I think locksmith and ringmaster could both use it.
War wires. Yeah, because they also get, like, +2 wit.
Because the whole thing... War wires are the wit weapon, right?
Yup. Or yo-yos or whatever.
Yeah. So I think anyone who would be inherently just smart if they play this class, right?
Yeah, spellcastery types.
Yeah. Should get some proficiency in it.
Blades, light. I don't think... I think Star Chaser could get War Wire. I think that would be really fun.
I'm imagining just like these gauntlets with wires built into them. When you say that.
Oh yeah, like the big gloves from Legend of Zelda with like the chain from it, and like a big boulder at
Oh,
the end.
It's been a while. That's probably the princess, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was in like Hyrule Warriors or some shit too.
I think. Yeah.
Flails, natural weapon, pole arms. Everyone can use pole arms.
I think flails should be something they have to spec into, but war wires they can just do innately.
I'll do clubs, light, heavy. Basically anyone can use clubs.
Ah yes, deprived Dark Souls.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone can use light blades, pole arms, and like light or heavy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Places a directional ring on a tile adjacent to any ally.
Oh god, the coolest idea just popped in my head of like this conduit who uses like a wooden training sword, but because it's made of wood, they can channel their full life force through it. Oh, I keep getting these ideas.
Ring toss, and we'll make that a half strike. Ring brace.
Okay,
ring brace.
I'm not gonna lie.
You thought it was Rick Astley?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it totally starts the same way. Scatter 3, guard 1, X throne 6. Recall rings. When using a ring brace, and I'll make this a free strike. Free strike. When using a ring brace as a weapon, recall all rings placed by this user back to them. I'm using a ring brace as a weapon. The ringmaster is able to recall all rings back to them. Back to their hands. There we go. And then throne 6 is just ring braces. Scatter 3. So we're totally gonna give Vanguard a ring brace usability. So they could do a ring brace in one hand, shield in another. That would be so stupid.
Or a ring brace and a heavy sword. Even.
Or dual wield ring braces.
I like the idea of just trying to fancy up Vanguard a lot. Because as it stands, it's kind of the most, at least where it stood before today, I would say it was the most generic class. And conceptually, yeah. The origins of it is very clear, like, it's your generic big knight, paladin type, right? But now it has a lot more versatility. Where it's not just, I am paladin, I defend. You can go berserk as a Vanguard. They're just this big tanky motherfucker who is a threat now, and I like that. I think a big thing for me is I always like classes that can just go apeshit, even if they're a full defensive focus.
There we go. Okay, so I'll make it so ringmasters can just dual wield ring braces. They're the only ones that can stack it up to 6.
Oh yeah, because ring braces are 3 per hand.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's kind of crazy.
I need to pee again. I don't know why my bladder is so tiny. I'll be right back. It's literally been like, what? Yeah, 40 minutes and I have to pee again. This is fucked up and evil. I'm just gonna leave you in charge of making sure things don't explode for like 30 seconds.
Oh god, things are exploding already!
Oh no!
This is me when I explode. I don't know about that one. I've never said that in my life.
Holy fuck, holy fuck.
Lumino's peer pressuring me.
Into what?
Lumino's trying to get me to say the word. The cat word.
Oh, the cat word? Meow?
No, the other one.
Meow?
Sorry.
Meow? I'm a cat! I'm a kitty. Or whatever, I don't know.
It's me. That's me when I'm a kid.
Me when I'm like a cat or something.
I don't know.
Ringmasters. Oh god. Ring brace, command weapons, clubs. I feel like Horton. I don't hurt a who. I feel. Hold up. Motherfucking.
Where is that
Don't
from?
know what you heard. Don't know what you heard. But I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I feel like Horton. I don't hurt a who. I feel like Horton. I don't hurt a who. It's a song by Saint Mercator. I'm kind of obsessed because I don't hurt a who. How are you today, Sasha? I'm just writing like damage numbers and shit. Right, and that was dense as fuck, so I'm taking a breather and just having fun picking out which classes get masteries and what weapons. Multitasking. Booling as fuck. How goes the game making? Also, Drift. I think you could be onto something. Ring. Let's do.
What did I say? That made me on something?
Cosmic Gate.
Oh, teleporting shit?
Yeah. I know how I'm gonna work it. Cosmic Gate. While channeling, all rings that are out on the field turn into portals that allies or command weapons can use to teleport from one ring to another.
I really like the idea of someone putting up a cosmic gate like that.
But only while channeling.
And then just like the fucking postmark points their sniper rifle through it.
That allies or command weapons can use to teleport from one ring to another, or to extend the range of attacks. Enemies can use these rings to their advantage during this period as well.
Honestly, that's what balances it, is the fact that enemies can use it.
Mm-hmm. The Ringmaster is able to instantly recall all rings back to their hands. There we go. So multitasking, they can have up to 6 at once. That might be too much. That with Cosmic Gate might be way too good, actually.
Wait, what was Cosmic Gate?
Cosmic Gate is that it makes it so you can, like, teleport between rings.
Yeah. But what was the other thing you were saying with it?
Multitasking, just being able to have 6 rings out at once.
I could see it. But if only Ringmasters can do the Cosmic Gate, I think it's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll playtest. If it's broken, it's broken.
Because in my head, I think it would be fine. Because I can't see there being more than 1 or 2 Ringmasters at a table. Or at a group. Like, as cool as Ringmaster is, it's in my head, it's very utility.
It's very utility, yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
Time to pick out what weapons we're going to give to Star Chasers.
I mean, obviously, or not obviously, but we were discussing war wires, and I do kind of like that idea.
Or is it light, medium, and heavy? Yeah, it's
I
light,
think it's...
medium, and heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy. Clubs. Light and heavy. Flails. Pole arms. War wires. What else? That's it. I mean, that's basically every single kind of physical weapon.
I realize we don't really have a, like, a fist-type weapon. I mean, obviously there's barehanded.
Natural weapon, bludgeoning, or no,
Like, think like a cestus, yeah?
I'm pretty sure that's somewhere.
Unless it's under, like, light clubs?
It was in a category at some point.
At some
I guess it
point.
got removed from, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I removed it from Clubs Light. Just so I could, like, separate that. But yeah, Knuckles. I mean, I could just add, like, a Knuckles category or something like that.
Yeah, I think having a Knuckles category would be good, just to clarify that, because I wouldn't consider them under clubs or blades, pretty much.
Knuckle weapons.
I mean, you could literally just have it be 1d6 plus blank. And
Brass
just be
knuckles.
varianted plus.
Go on. Let's... Fist spikes, etc. And that would do... bludgeoning or piercing. Depends. $1d6 plus 3. So we'll make it similar to Shield of like 6.5, but then make the follow-up like super hard or something like that.
Yeah, I think giving it a good follow-up would be great. Like, I'd go as far as maybe 1d8 follow-up. If, like, light blades have a 1d6.
I was thinking another 1d6 plus 3.
Ooh, that actually sounds good too.
Cool. Okay, so that's 6.5 median, and you get another one in there if you do a follow-up with it.
And that just leans into Star Chasers having a bit of an extra affinity towards wind.
And that would be under stance. I mean, how does like fist spikes give them any extra affinity towards wind?
True. I think it's just using punch weapons. In general. Makes sense.
Simple, true.
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 Big if true.
Knuckled weapons. War wires. Ringmasters should be able to punch. I think I'm gonna remove multitasking. I feel like 6 rings is just too much.
Yeah. What if we just made it so that Ringmasters get a 4th ring instead of just having 3?
Half strike. When throwing a ring into position, when throwing a ring or stack of rings into position, ring masters can have the rings deviate from each other in midair, landing 1 tile apart from each other in any direction. So when throwing a stack of rings into position, Ringmaster can have multiple rings split in midair, landing 1 to 2 tiles apart from the center ring in any direction. There we go. So they can just throw 3 at once and like have them spread out rather than having to throw all 3 into place. One at a time. This skill can be used to... The skill can also be used to call all rings to the location of one ring that is already in play. There we go. So even after a scatter toss, you could stack them back up or something like that. And make that a free strike. Star Chaser. Weapon sync is huge. No active skills. Vanguard. Yeah, what do you guys have proficiencies for? Focus channeling might be huge on Vanguard, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, it is. For sure. Like, I think that's their iconic thing.
Yeah, just...
And then, like, I think Unbending Blade and Cover are just backups to that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, what weapons are we gonna give this person? Okay. Hello, Pluto, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm working on my game.
Pluto's my favorite planet.
True. Light armor, heavy armor. And then weapons. Shield. Clubs. Light and heavy. I hope you feel better soon. The flu sucks. Bladed. Light. Medium. Heavy. Pole arms. Flails. I'm happy with that. Star Chasers. This is gonna be a fun game. This is gonna be such a fun game.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm glad Apollo is being kind to you. Hot Chalky's fucking pog. Did you have the one with, like, the marshmallows in it? Reworked some classes. Nature's Guidance. Weapons, armor, light armor. Did I say weapons? Did I say armor for the other classes? Armor, light armor, heavy armor. Conduits get heavy armor. Locksmiths get light armor. Postmarks get light armor. Ringmasters. What kind of armor should they get? Heavy? Yeah.
Ringmaster?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you wanted them to be like tanks, right?
Yep, heavy armor. Star Chaser. Armor. Light armor. And then Vanguard get light armor and heavy armor. I think this shit's gonna be bussin'. Invisalign check, though? That shit right there.
Bruh. Sloppy.
Is in. You know what isn't in?
What isn't in?
Water
Rocco?
in my cup.
This is so sad.
It's so sad, I know. I'm thinking how much longer I want to go for. Because I know we were talking about doing stuff on your channel later tonight, Drift, and I don't want to run out of all my energy here and now, if we're going to do that.
I mean, I say we can finish up, because we're almost done all the classes, right?
Yeah, more or less.
I'd say we just finish up what we're doing right now, then.
Vanguard, Unbending Blade, Focus Channel, and Cover. Okay. Ring Brace, Command Weapons, Locksmith.
Oh, Locksmith.
Craft
I think
Flask.
Locksmith is my favorite right now.
Here we go. if using a command weapon single, the command unit may carry this flask.
Okay, I have one thing I would want to change about craft landmine, and I don't know your opinion on this.
Yeah.
But I think if it's not a single target spell, its AoE should be the landmine area. Or it could be an option, that way an enemy has to step into the center of it.
What do you mean?
So like, let's say you had like a line attack, right?
Yeah.
You
It
could
would
throw that down as a
release
landmine.
from the point of the landmine
Yeah.
in the direction the enemy is traveling from. I should specify that. When storing AoE spells, the center of the spell... Here we go. The origin point of the spell is the landmine and travels in the direction the enemy approached from. Case of line-shaped spells.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. The landmine is treated as the center of this spell, which travels outward in the direction the enemy approached from. Stones, glasses, woods, and metals. There we go. I think I'm happy with this.
Yeah, looks good to me.
Yup. I'm tired from that. Holy fuck.
I can imagine, honestly.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna look for someone to raid. Let's see who's doing what. Whoa! Very real flesh human. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Unfortunately, we're just about to end. I've just run out of steam. And I need to take a moment and think about dinner and getting that ready. So we're going to be raiding out, but I welcome you on in and hope that you can catch us for the next game dev stream or gaming stream. You never know. You never know.
Gaming.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go over what we did today. So we just did reworks of Locksmith and Ringmaster, specified who can use what weapons, added knuckle type spells, and added a bunch of values for like a bunch of damaging spells. So we've got that like a little over a quarter of the way done. And that is a pretty damn good evening's work, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a very smooth zoom. Zhup, zhup,
Oh
zhup.
shit, I'm over there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm gonna send you guys on over to Cranial Activity. And the raid message is gonna be Dillo Game Dev Raid. Dillo Game Dev Raid, and then a bunch of boogies. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Something like that. Use the emotes if you got them, and if you don't, then I guess you don't. With that being said, I would like to thank every single one of you who pulled up this evening to hang out while I worked on my game. It was productive. I am fulfilled. And I would also like to thank my good friend Drift, who I'm going to give a shout out right now. Into madness. Boop, there you go.
I'm Drift, and I'm a little mad.
Go follow her. Do it, do it, do it. Oh, shit. I'm burpy. Anyways, that'll do it for tonight. Thank you for hanging out. Keep your eyes to the ground, and we will meet again. Peace out, my friends. Wait, why is it not letting me click the raid now button?
Wait.
Yeah, it's not letting me. Oh, now it is. Okay.
Okay, then.
We ride.
We ride, we die.